this is supposedly my biological mom. Well, if it's Sue, then she passed away in 2005. So is this my biological mom? Or is this my biological mom? Which one, number 1 or number 2? We'll say this was number 1. And this one's number 2. Okay, now we're going with number 1, number 2. Okay. Number 1 is the one in black and white. Number 2 is the one in color. If I'm Tanya, they didn't. If I'm Tanya, I was kidnapped. No, she's alive. They've been looking for 41 years. They've been looking for 41 years. You want to hear what the newspaper article says? Here's another thing. If it was if it's real, then it says that Tanya didn't like men. No, I'm in New York. I'm in Staten Island. That's why it's taking longer. If I was in Central Texas, I'm sure I would have been found a long time ago. She was 20 months. Yeah, the problem is it's taking so long, but it's going to get done hopefully before Christmas. Okay. Here's what it says, a little bit that it says here. Center, Texas. The search continues, but hopes dwindling that 20-month-old Tanya Michelle Williams will be found. Why could they not spell right? Will be found unharmed. Tanya's parents reported, they're saying Tanya too, so I don't know. Tanya or Tanya. Tanya's parents reported to the police that she wandered off from her grandparents' house shortly after 8 p.m. Tuesday, and no trace of her had been found since. Dozens of volunteers, sheriff's deputies, and city, state, and county personnel have combed the woods surrounding the house, situated half a mile down the dirt road off the Highway 7. Shelby County Sheriff Paul Ross said that he and his men are dead on our feet. We are suspecting foul play and kidnapping. Ross said Wednesday CB Weddy, a nationally known bloodhound trainer from nearby county, flew into center with 3 dogs to aid in the search. The dogs began circling the house, first in tight circles, then widening them. Ross said the dogs apparently found nothing that supported the theory that the child wandered away, because it didn't. The parents, Oliver and Beverly Williams of Beaumont, Texas, were visiting Oliver's parents in Mount Hermon, a small community about 10 miles southwest of Center, according to the child's grandmother, Ola Mae Barnfield. Tanya was last seen going into the house about dusk Tuesday night. It was at least 20 minutes before anyone realized she was missing. Mrs. Barnfield said that they searched the house, then called their relatives and sent her to come aid in the search. Sheriff Ross said his department was notified about 10 p.m., about an hour and a half after the child was discovered missing. Both parents have been questioned, along with others, by the sheriff, and Oliver Williams volunteered to take a lie detector test, and he passed part of it and failed the other part. A caseworker from the Child Welfare Agency in Beaumont was called to center and to aid in the investigation. I will be happy when I get this damn DNA test done. But if I am Tanya, they hid me in plain fucking sight. That's what I said too. And what I remember, it was not in the evening. It was not in the evening that I remember when I would have been taken. It was when the sun was out. So, the newborn babies pictures would not be me if I'm Tanya. Would they? And she was taken at 20 months, by the way. Like, what I'm finding funny. Hold on. The fuck? Yeah, this person, yeah, took care of it. I love that. Guess who's in here? Not the one backup. Go fuck yourself. Okay? You can go fuck yourself. It's already been told that you've been paid by the other Heather. So go fuck yourself. And yes, I'm telling the FBI when I see them. Because I'm going one day to the office, the FBI headquarters in, Manhattan. So I'm sure they would be very interested in seeing all the evidence that I have. Along with the screen recordings of you talking about having 8,000 boxes and because I buy my own nails and that. You're sad and pathetic. Really you are. Are you the tattooed bald guy? You know? If you're the tattooed bald guy, yeah, that's where I get my nails, is Timmy and Shane. Some dude that's being paid to do what he's doing. Thank you. He even went as far as to say he thought my ex were under the 8,000 boxes. Let me show you the 8,000 boxes. Because when you take boxes out, you have to tape them up. Otherwise, recycle won't take them. So, I've had these boxes since I moved in and just added to them. So, that's 8,000 boxes? I mean, they're all empty, by the way. But yeah. It's from household stuff that I order. Oh, and I have nails everywhere. Because I'm this horrible, I'm living off the government and using them and everything else. Even though I have gastroparesis. I can't work. So these are my nails. These are my handmade nails. I don't pay more than $5, $6. Well, these were I pay no more than $10 for nails. But these were like $7. See? I mean, I thought that I was, as long as I pay my bills and everything, I thought I could get nails for myself and get what I wanted, right? I mean, shouldn't that be how it is? That's why I actually have saved them, because I was thinking about moving for a while now. But let me show you all my possessions. Oh, by the way, don't mind the mess. It's from earlier. So, he said I have all these possessions, right? Where's the light? Where's the flicker? The fucking flicker. So yeah, I have all these possessions. Got my bed, paid $250 for it, orthopedic. I have my clothes on plastic because I don't have a dresser and I don't have hangers. And I mean, my shoes, the boots I got from a donation when I was staying at the homeless drop center. Those I got in West Palm Beach. Those from Walmart. Those from Shein. Those were given to me. Temu and Shein. Oh, the little suitcase here. Five Below. Got my couch. My other couch. Coffee table with the TV on it. Side table, and the TV. The TV was like $100 and something, and the living room set was $50. I have so many. The TV was like $100 and something, And the living room set was $50. I have so many possessions, huh? On the fact that I stayed for 3 nights. You know. Because I guess because I'm on a fixed income, because I can't work, I'm not allowed to get stuff that I would like to have for myself. Like when I like doing my nails, so I'm not allowed to do that, right? And I'm not allowed to have steak if I once or twice, right? I'm not allowed to do that. Such a horrible human being for it. Yeah, that makes me a scammer, and I'm using the state and this and that, and living off the government and this and that. I can't work. Some people don't seem to understand that concept. I've even been told I'm lying about having gastroparesis, even though I have the star and the foreign object in my stomach. And the card. Thank you. They're trying to make me look as bad as fucking humanly possible, and I don't get it, but, I fought to get where I am today. I was homeless in my car for 9 months, and then in a drop-in center for 4 months, and I got where I am now. Yeah, I fought to get where I am and to have the stuff I have. Yeah. But yet I'm this horrible human being. Which is what they're making me out to sound like. And, even though I don't ask anybody for anything, they're going around telling people I'm a scammer. And she even said that she had sent me money, or like last month or something, for groceries and that. It's like, can you show me? Because I can prove that never happened. That's the funny thing. People don't know that you can prove shit like that. Or disprove shit like that. The other Heather. Just like she's paying for someone had come in earlier and said that she's paying the tattooed bald guy and Dalton and them to do what they're doing. Because she knows I'm remembering. And then, so now it's getting worse. Because now I do know who it was that kidnapped me from Tanya. And yeah, she is related to him. To them. Plural. Well, I'm sorry. I had a friend who had it. I say had it because she died. Some people don't have it as bad as others. So when a doctor, doctors and lawyers and judges say, I can't work because it's going to kill me if I do. Damn it. And you want to sit here and lie and say you know people that have it. Do you know? Okay. Yes. Eating wise, if you can't eat in that, drink the boost shakes. When it comes to the pain and the sickness and that, they're no. Nausea pills, that's about it. I have the stimulator. I had my first one put in 2016, and the second one put in 2022, I think. Hold on, I'll get my card. fucked up shit is I have to prove I've always had to prove every fucking thing I say, and these bitches, even though I prove what I say, still do their best to discredit me. The doctor didn't even want to tell me what it was. He said, I want to do one more test before this last one because I want to make sure I don't want it to be that. I said, what? And he said he didn't want to tell me. Gastroparesis, basically your stomach is paralyzed. You wouldn't wish this on your worst enemy. That's where I used to get my mail. It was a place that you go get your mail, you can take a shower or whatever. But yeah, this is my card for my stimulator. Printed in September because I got it before that, but I didn't have they never sent me the regular card, so I got it sent to me finally. But yeah, 2/22/2021 was the my second surgery. So, that's that's where you go to get your mail and stuff. That's not an actual at-home address. It's a business. That's a business. I swear to God, it's a business. I went there to get my mail. And, that's where I would get my mail. No, that's a business. You can look it up. It's St. Anne's in West Palm Beach. Yeah, no, it's not an actual home address. It's St. Anne's. Where people go to take homeless people go get their mail there, take showers there, that kind of thing. But no, it's not an actual home address. Thank you. So, everybody says that I would have PTSD. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you with that shit. I've had it for quite some time, actually. I actually have a card for it, saying I have it. And I don't have PTSD. I've had CPTSD for a very long time. Yeah. I used to eat like 3 bites and I'd feel like I'd been to Golden Corral. So what you want to do, because I'm guessing you're getting sick and losing a lot of weight, right? Because if that's the case, you need to see a specialist, tell them this is what it is, talk to them about getting a stimulator put in. And then do you get sick later, hours later, losing a lot of weight? Okay. What you do is, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. The boost shakes. Those boost shakes, the replacement ones, get the boost ones, not the protein, but the boost ones. Get the boost shakes. The chocolate ones and the strawberry ones are good. I don't know about the vanilla. I'm not a vanilla type of girl. But I'm not chocolate kind of girly anymore either. I like the strawberry. Strawberry is alright, but that way they'll stay down. You won't be getting sick as much. Whenever you eat, you get sick, right? You throw up. Thank you. But the best thing I can tell you is get the boost shakes. And not the ones with the protein, like I said. And also getting to see a specialist. And say, hey, look, we need to do something. But yeah, get the boost shakes, anything like that. But yeah. It's better to drink the shakes than to eat the food, because when you drink the shakes, you're not getting sick. Don't we usually do. Me, I eat whatever because, when I can eat, it's very rare and few and far between. So people get excited when they see me eating on here. It's a process, but you need to get it done as soon as possible. Tell them to do a stomach emptying test. That'll tell them whether or not you have gastroparesis. But if you're getting sick, you can't eat, that kind of thing, you have it most likely. If you're only eating 3 or 4 bites and hours later you're throwing up, yeah, you have it. I'm telling you that right now. I'm a doctor. I can tell you right now, I actually know more about it than a lot of doctors do. Personal experience, obviously. But the boost shakes, any meal replacement shake. But make sure it doesn't have the protein in it, because the protein will make it worse, I guess. Oh, yeah. Yeah. On, I think it was November 2nd or November 3rd of 2015, the day before I was able to eat whatever, I weighed 276 pounds. November 2nd or 3rd, 2015, my ex cooked. Not the last ex, but the one before him. He cooked. And, yeah. Anyways, my ex cooked like he always did. I ate 3 bites, and I felt like I'd been to Golden Corral. And hours later, I got sick. So, in the beginning of November 2015, I weighed 276 pounds. November 23rd, 2006, or August, when I had my first surgery in 2016, I weighed 171 pounds. Yeah, you need to see the specialist. Just tell them to do the stomach emptying test, so you're not having to go test after test after test. Chances are that's what you have. And then, once they diagnose it, that's what they say you have for sure, they should set up a time for you to have a stimulator put in. They might try some medications before that. Never worked for me. But, I think it's Reglan they'll try, and maybe another one. This is what they tried with me, but it didn't work. But yeah, it's, that's weird, because my hair didn't fall out with it. So I'm wondering if there's something else going on with you, too. No. I know more about it than a lot of doctors. They think it's gastritis. It's like, no. It's gastroparesis. One doctor even told me I should get my stimulator removed. If that tells you anything. I said, yeah, then I'll die. He's like, he acted like no big deal. I love it when people doubt me, want to tell me my story goes back and forth. My stories have never... The things that I talk about are not actual stories like you make up. Everything that I've ever said, none of it has changed. I love how they try. Pathetically. Oh, the stomach emptying test? They have you eat something. You'll go in the morning, and then they'll give you like breakfast, but it has stuff in it. Or you'll have to drink something with it. It's not the best. But they do, they take images and everything. Half your food is supposed to empty out within 60 to 90 minutes. Mine took 180 minutes for half my food to empty out. Well, actually, not even that, because they gave up after 180 minutes. It did not empty. That's why I have the stimulator. So when I do eat, because I did eat a little bit, when I do eat, I look pregnant when I eat. I look pregnant when I eat because so I've lost a lot of weight, but when I eat, I look pregnant, and it's because I get bloated, and that's what happens with gastroparesis. When you eat, you end up looking. I will look like I'm 5 months pregnant, but it goes down obviously after a while. But yeah. So, and these people know what they're doing is what it's doing to me. I'm not, we're not supposed to have stress because it affects it. And so you can imagine. That's why when people see me eat on here, they get all excited. Oh my God, you're eating! I'm so happy to see you eat. I used to make food and pick at it, and I would take a bite here and a bite there to make it appear that I eat. I didn't realize the drastic change in appearance. I'm so full of shit, but I can prove everything I say, huh, bitch? Right? I'm so full of shit, but I can prove it. I just show, are you dumb? Yeah, it's not gonna harm you or anything like that. It just shows the how it empties in your stomach. So that's why it's in there. They're getting paid for it. This is nothing new. I've been dealing with this for... I've been being stalked online for almost 2 years. And when none of it worked, they got others involved, and now they didn't even hide this time who they were. They even actually said... She introduced me to her children on my live, and there's witnesses. I have text messages, and she sent me pictures of her and her sisters, and it's like... This is what I've been dealing with for them doing this shit. This is what I've been dealing with for the past 2 weeks or so. It's just, almost 2 years, but since this all started, once I found out about Tanya Michelle Williams, it got drastically worse. And then when I said my theory was she was related to the kidnappers, it got real bad. It's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. Yeah. It's the stress. Obviously, it's taking a toll on my physical health, but I'm not going to give up. And if anything, even if something were to happen to me because of the stress and my stimulator stops working even when it works, if I have to do a video recording testimony thing for when they go to court, if I'm not around for it, then so be it. because I will spend my last dying breath to make sure they go behind bars. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. But I'm being treated like a villain, like I'm the criminal, like I'm this horrible human being. When I've done nothing to nobody. Appreciate that. According to the investigator, I think I talked to him Thursday night. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it was Thursday night. It could have been Wednesday night, though. It's been a few days. He said it's moving in the right direction, multiple states. The detective with the missing children's unit for the missing persons unit, he's having a setup. There's one company that collects DNA evidence in the 5 boroughs of New York. That is Staten Island, New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Bronx. So you can imagine all the people here, right? And when I say DNA, I'm not the only one that has to have a DNA test done. I mean DNA from crime scenes and all that get collected by this one company. So that's why it takes so long. But it's taking long, Yeah. But I'm being called a liar and a scammer and everything else, and I don't ask for anything. I never ask for anything. I didn't ask for this shit. I didn't ask for this. I was focusing on my future. Have to take this class that I was taking this term. I have to retake it, and another class next term. I was focusing on college and doing the industry thing and just focusing on me, enjoying my life. And then she came in and flipped it upside down. And here we are. With all the lies. I've been called a scammer, a liar, saying I'm doing this for attention. I've been called a hardcore rug user, an alcoholic. Supposedly, she said she's a doctor, and her husband's an undercover FBI agent, but then posts pictures of him and her together to prove it's not my ex. Number one, if he was any type of law enforcement, this wouldn't be going on. But impersonating a law enforcement agent, that's a felony. Law enforcement at all, that's a felony. Yeah. Well, with her it's a little different because I'm pretty sure she's related to the kidnappers. And with all this that's going on, I'm positive. And that means I know exactly who it was. If I'm right. And she's paying them to do what they're doing. I was homeless in my car for 9 months, and then homeless at a drop-in center for 4 months, and then I'm in here. Beautiful 1-bedroom apartment, and when I moved in, I just had what I had in a locker. When I moved in, they gave me a $950 voucher for furniture and that which everybody gets. And I've done nothing but I've never done nothing to nobody. I've always helped others, and I would never hurt anyone. I didn't even know these people before all this. And then Dalton doing his shit, that started earlier this year. I didn't know him before all that shit happened either. So, it's like, what the fuck, you know? Like, this shit makes fucking sense, because it doesn't. But no matter what, I'm not the victim that's gonna back down. You're not gonna scare me into shutting up. Nothing like that. The threats, all of it, scare tactics, the intimidation, the defamation of character and everything. This is what they do. This is what kidnappers, families, and friends will do to a victim to shut them up, to scare them into trying to get them to go away to where the kidnappers get away with it. I'm not that one. I'm not that one. Because I've always said I will always stand up for what's right and just, no matter what the cost is to me. That includes my health. Because it's not just me. There are other missing children, other missing people that these people are responsible for kidnapping. And what they had to go through, same thing I had to go through. Because there were other kids there. And I remember where they, how we were kept, and I remember a lot of things. And I will never back down. They even have my address. It's like, that's okay, show up, bitch. Show up, bitch, please do. We have audio, video, record, the cameras record everything, so audio and video. Because they're paid to. Because I have them all blocked. So they're paid to stream it because they're trying to find out what all I remember. So then they get worse. Yeah. I'm not backing down. I don't care if it does take my health, my life, whatever. No. I literally did nothing wrong. They're trying to shut me up. Because they know I remember. And they know if the police, once the DNA test comes back, there's going to be a lot of trouble for them. If I'm Tanya Michelle, yeah. Tanya Michelle Williams. I'm not backing down. Motherfuckers are going to prison. And I'm going to make sure they pay for what they've done. So maybe the places that I end up here that seem so familiar when I have never been to these places, maybe I have. Hold on. Thanks, Helen. I appreciate that. I've heard of it, I think, but thank you. I appreciate all the love and support and everything. What they've been doing is criminal. It's up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. The biological mom is, and the sister is, and there's family that's alive, yes. If I'm Tanya. If I'm, and then the people that had me. A lot of them are still alive, too. call the corporate office. I try. But as much as I would like to just disappear, there's times when I'm very tempted just to leave everything here, including my phone's ID, everything, and just walk out the door and never turn around, never come back. But I can't do that. Because I'm not the only one that they did this to. And the family of Tanya deserves to know whether or not I'm her. And they deserve to know what happened to her. And these motherfuckers are going to go away for what they did. I don't care what the fuck they do. What the fuck they try. It's not going to fucking work. Trying to make me look crazy in that makes you motherfuckers look worse. Thank you. Personally, me, I am who I am. My whatever my name is, and if I am her, it's not going to change who I am as a human being. It's going to change my identity in that. Hey, maybe I have good credit again, right? Will I have good credit again if I'm her? I have to joke about it. I'm trying to make light of this very, very horrific situation. And I still wonder if a lot of times if I'm overreacting on things, and so I do my best to just try and stay as calm as possible, because it's not going to make a difference if I'm overreacting in that. Nothing that happens is going to change anything that happened to me in the past. Nothing. All I can do is do what I need to do, and make sure I do as much as I can to help the investigation and the investigators, and that to put these motherfuckers in prison for the rest of their goddamn lives, and find those other missing children that are missing in plain sight like I was. And I know nothing that happened to me is my fault. And I didn't deserve it. And I'm not damaged. She says she's going to get me back or pay me back or whatever when the DNA test comes back. I'm like, what? You going to tell me your relatives had prostituted me and let over 300 people do what they wanted to, and then they sold me? What are you going to tell me? That someone you know unalived my ex? What are you going to tell me? Yes. And then I guess around 3 years old is probably when they sold me. So, yeah. If my memories are right, yeah. So, and I know it's not my fault, and I know I'm not damaged. And even after they sold me, abuse continued, so. But I know it's not my fault, like I said, and I know I'm not damaged. If my memories are right. But if it also means I was brainwashed too, because I was always told my memories were wrong. I was delusional. I made it up. I imagined it. And now the investigators and that want me to write down everything I remember. as whenever I remember stuff, I'm supposed to write it down, and I guess it's normal. After finding out you're kidnapped, you start remembering things that you had blacked out. And I thought the things I did remember were horrific. I was wrong. I asked the investigators, I hope y'all have somebody that can hypnotize me, because we need to figure out my memories. The family knows. We're waiting once the DNA test and everything. Like I said, there's only one company that collects DNA, and that for law enforcement in the 5 boroughs, which is why it's taking so long. But they're trying to get it done as soon as possible. I'm like, please, as soon as, let's do this. So I was like, will it even be done before Christmas? And he said it should be. He said it should be done before Christmas. So hopefully they'll have it. They'll take the DNA test before Christmas, I'm hoping. But like I said, I'm in the 5 boroughs of New York. There's one company that collects all the DNA for all the 5 boroughs. That's Manhattan, New York City, Staten Island, the Bronx, I don't know. I don't even know if they're going to want anything to do with me after they find out everything that happened to me. And what I've been through. If I'm Tanya, and I keep having to say if because of these motherfuckers. And no DNA test done yet. I was 20 months old. I remember being put in a bathtub and them cutting all my hair off. These people were looking for a little girl with beautiful curly brown hair, full head of hair, and unusually long eyelashes. Not a little boy with no hair, very short hair, in blue overalls with white tennis shoes. If I'm Tanya, then my birthday would be... I would have been born in 1981 in September, not November in 1980. I'm not dealing with the Illuminati shit right now. Okay? I've talked about it till I'm blue in the face. They're scared of me. I don't know what you want. You want to talk about it? Why don't you go on their pages and talk about it then? And why is it always me? So... yeah, the Illuminati watches me, stalks me, and everything else too, because they want to know what I remember. That's who bought me. That's who bought me. It was a fucking Illuminati. Sacrifice failed. Probably because I am a witch. A natural born witch. I can't help that. They're terrified of me. It's strange how I ended up in the family of the leader of the fucking Illuminati, who happened actually was a woman. They called her grandmother Hayden. I grew up believing she was my great-grandmother, knowing her as my great-grandmother. So, a witch. What's my story? I'm not gonna keep repeating it over and over and over again. It's irritating me. Sorry. Not all witches are bad, though. Well, one that can't seem to die, one that doesn't age, one that doesn't hurt anybody, but warns people, stop while you're ahead, you don't know who you're dealing with. And they don't listen. They don't listen. So I do what I gotta do and put them in jars. Put them in the freezer. You know, do truth spells, that kind of thing. I'm one that helps others. So somebody wants me to sing. What do you want me to sing? I'll sing one song because my head is killing me. I'm not singing Hallelujah again. How about Flying Without Wings by Frankie? I love singing. It comes natural. Let's do this. Alright, I'll sing one song. And I'm going to do the one by Frankie. Please go check it out. It's available on Apple Music, Spotify, all that. Investigators think it.
Everybody's looking for that something. One thing that makes it all complete.
I look just like the H.P. Russia photo.
You'll find it in the strangest places. Places you never knew it could be. Some find it in the face of their children. Some find it in their lovers' eyes. Who can deny the joy it brings when you found that special thing? You're flying without wings. Some find it sharing every morning. Some in their solitary lives. You'll find it in the worst of others. A simple act can make you laugh. Oh, crap, you'll find it in the deepest friendships. the kind you cherish all your life. And when you know how much that means, you found that special thing. You're flying without wings. And so impossible as it may seem, you've got to fight forever in dreams. 'Cause who's to know which one you let go will make you complete? Well, for me it's waking up beside you to watch the sunrise on your face, to know that I can say I love you in any given time or place. It's little things that only I know. Those are the things that make you mine. And it's like flying without wings, 'cause you're my special thing. I'm flying without wings. And you're the place my life begins, and you'll be where it ends. I'm flying without wings, and that's the joy it brings. I'm flying without wings.
He redid the song. He wasn't the original artist on the song, but it is a very beautiful song. Yeah. Check him out. He's amazing. He's the one I'm in love with. Have been for 4 years. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So, you want to know what happened, right? Long story short, I may have been kidnapped, or my name may not be Heather, maybe Tanya Michelle Williams. Around Halloween, or before Halloween, the Heather A. Came in my life, said, "Oh my God, you're my kidnapped sister named Tanya." Da 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 da. All the gaslighting, lies, everything else. Wanted me to sign an NDA. The mom wants to make things right, and she's sick. Da da da. I have all these text messages, pictures, everything else that have been sent to me. And the name Tanya was just... Curiosity killed the cat. And now I'm waiting to do a DNA test. And just for the record, let me show you, since people, yeah. Okay, this is Tanya. She was kidnapped at 20 months old. This is the age progression. So. So yeah, my world's been turned upside down. They're harassing me, stalking, and all this shit. Yeah. And it's getting worse. Yeah, that's that picture right there. That kind of looks like my oldest daughter. Where's that picture? Like, I didn't even... Look at this shit. The other Heather is paying people to do it. That's my oldest daughter when she was a baby. Imagine her with more hair, though. Obviously, she had a full head of hair, but she had short hair when she was born. Is it just me? Is it just me? I mean, like... No, I don't. Closest I got... Where the hell is it? It was just right here. This. That's the closest I got. This is like, there's no pictures of a first birthday, second birthday, third birthday, nothing. How is that blonde? That's Lord have mercy. Does my hair look blonde to you? This is natural. School photos? Okay. Let's see. That was in 1985 or like 1986, I think. They had me like that for the majority of growing up. Well, I know this is me. Are you talking about Tanya? This is it. I don't have many pictures of me. I mean... You know what? Here, let me show you. Let me show you. Can't believe I'm on the shoot again. You don't want to know. I was kidnapped and basically prostituted, if I'm Tanya. So, and then sold. That's what happened. Yes, I was in school. They cut off my hair, dressed me like a boy. What do you want? All this shit's been taking a toll on my fucking health. Because of gastroparesis. I was abused. Poisoned. A lot of shit. What I want is to do the DNA test. But I gotta wait for that. That's what I want. That's all I want. No, I do have to talk about it because I gotta fucking talk to the DA. I gotta write down all of my messed up memories. That's the sister. Tanya's older sister. So, I mean, like... I want a time machine and go back in time. That's what I want. With everything that's going on, if I am Tanya, if I'm right on her being related to the kidnappers, then I know who kidnapped me. I remember what he was wearing. I remember when I woke up in the backseat of the car. I know what the back seat looks like. There was a woman in the passenger side, in the front seat. I remember the conversation briefly before I passed back out. If my memories are right, I was trafficked or prostituted. About 300 people or so. And then they sold me. So, and there's other children. I'm not the only one that did that to. My claustrophobia, I know why now. Yeah, I really remember this shit. The first memory I have was running towards the guy. He had a safety sucker, a safety lollipop. It was either red or orange. I don't remember what his face looked like because most likely it was laced. I'm guessing you want me to sing because you don't want me to get upset. It's okay. And my head hurts, actually. I'll sing tomorrow or later. Right now I'm a little nauseous. Stress is not, I'm not supposed to have stress, obviously. But here we are. Being called a liar, a scammer, I'm doing this for attention, yada yada yada. The rest, nothing. No. That just not one month, and I'm stressed. Fuck it. I don't even know if that family going to want anything to do with me if I am Tanya. After finding out everything. What happened to me, why would they want to? None of the Reese's ice cream things. I wouldn't blame them if they didn't. Used to it anyway. That's what I don't understand. The family that had me didn't even want me. Like, I wonder why they hated me for no reason. Simply because I existed. Now I know. to go through everything I went through before and then to be bought by fucking motherfuckers that did survive that shit, to end up with their leader, the family of their fucking leader, to be continued, so they could continue the abuse and trying to unalive me. And okay. Evidently the roller coaster of emotions, the disbelief and all that shit that I'm going through is actually normal. Hell, I even have a picture of him, if I'm right. I have a picture of the woman. That was in the car. Yeah. The investigators and the FBI told me to keep all the evidence I have against them and to write down every memory I have. I said, what about the stuff I'm remembering now? We don't even know if it's real. And he said to write it down. Definitely write it down. So, it sucks. Pretty sure I probably knew the guy. Because according to newspaper articles, Tanya wasn't comfortable around guys. Would she have been comfortable around a pediatrician? A family doctor? It was her pediatrician or family doctor, Rich. Fear clowns. Claustrophobia. I know it all now. Well, all of it now. So, I was wondering why being called Heather felt so weird. Like, that's my name. Shouldn't feel weird, but it always has. Wow, it's treated so different. Well, that's why I don't celebrate holidays or birthdays. Just another day for me. Always has been. Yeah, I got this candle. It says Christmas morning. Starry Christmas morning is what it says. I remember something, but I don't know if it could have been at John and Jack's house for all I fucking know. I remember it was Christmas Day. It was a real tree. Because it smelled just like it. There was orange carpet. There was a TV with, the tree was next to the TV. It was like the Macy's Christmas parade or something was on. I don't know. It's a very, very vague memory, but I think I was happy. I don't know. It seemed like a nice memory. But I don't know if it was at where it was. But the carpet seemed like it was orange. Maybe, I mean, and Joan and Jack's old house may have had orange carpet at some point. I don't know. It was like a, not orange, but it was like tannish orangish, if that makes sense. It was like really old carpeting. I remember on the tree there was they had tinsel strung around all over the tree. I don't know. Thanks, I did them myself. I get them from Tammy and Shane and glue from on here and just do it myself. The glue I used on these, you know how when you do your nails or whatever, they feel like they're going to come off even if you get them done professionally. The glue I use it doesn't feel like they're going to come off, which is nice. Now I'm not worried about them popping off because, the Loveful glue, it comes with the glue remover too. I need to get them out now. The problem is I don't know where this place is. Like the orangish, tannish, it's weird. But I remembered it because of the candle, the smell of the candle. For some reason, really don't like the smell of beer, and I thought it was because of my exes, but I don't know if that's the reason. They were alcoholics and that, but I've never liked the smell of beer. I don't know. Then the one time I ended up in like a Chinatown in Manhattan, the closer I got to that one small apartment building or home or whatever, the harder it was for me to breathe, and my anxiety got higher and higher, and it was just, and I don't know why. Well, maybe I do now. So, I just want to be happy and live peacefully. That's all. I've had enough stress I've had enough of the shit show life. I just want to be happy. They're adults, but too. They don't know. It's a very long story, and I really don't want to get into it. Well, someone named Heather, a different Heather, came in my life shortly before Halloween and said, "Oh my God, you're my long-lost sister Tanya who was kidnapped." After all the lies, the gaslighting, back for all of it, she even introduced me to her children on my live. They put them on camera, everything. Sent me pictures of her and her sisters. Told me she wanted to send me some documents or whatever. That was on November 22nd. So I gave her my address, and after I gave her my address, it went south, and it was bad. So no, I ended up chalking it up to a horrible human being with no heart that was just trying to hurt me. But the name Tanya or whatever, it feels very familiar. I don't know why. And kept nagging at me. So I looked up missing children in the early 80s, and I found Tanya Michelle Williams and saw this beautiful little girl, full head of curly hair, curly brown hair. Then I clicked on the age progression photo and dropped my fucking phone and freaked the fuck out. This can't be me. This can't be me. Please tell me this doesn't look like me. No, this can't be me. I was on live, and someone had called the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. They told them about me. They looked me up on here and said, "Oh my God, she looks just like the age progression photo." Told them to tell me to call, and I did. Said dispatch, and I said, "This is Heather from TikTok," and she said, "Yeah," and I said, "You want me to call?" She said, "Yeah." So that's how it happened. And then once I found it, that's when it got worse. And now there's if I'm not her, what the fuck why are they doing this? How'd they associate the name Tanya? And so I don't know. And as much as I would like to just disappear and walk away, and I can't. They need to pay for what they've done. And the family needs to know the truth. And I want to make sure they pay for what they've done, like I said. And find the other children that are missing in plain sight. And if I'm not Tanya, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to keep talking about her. I'm going to get her picture out there. I want to make sure that, because somebody knows something, I want to get her found. Because that family deserves to know what happened, and she's been missing for 41 years. So she deserves to be found, just like every other child. No matter what. But something tells me, with everything that's going on, there's no reason that it would be going on if I'm not. Don't you think? But I need to try and sleep, so try being the keyword. So I'll be on later or something, maybe. Till then, y'all have a good night, and I'll see you later.